If you have not read Fourth Wing, this video is not for you. This is a summary and will be all spoilers. Every sentence is a spoiler. If you are looking for a refresher before moving on in the series, hopefully this helps. That is all this video is for. There are some visuals so you aren't just staring at a blank screen. So to begin, Violet Sorengale trained her whole life to enter the Scribe Quadrant. She packed her bag for conscription day with her favorite books, including a book of fables her father gave her. Her mother, General Sorengale, stripped the bag down to essentials and forced her into the Riders' Quadrant instead. Her sister Mira protested furiously. Her brother Brennan was already dead. Her father, the scribe, also gone. Before leaving, Mira gave Violet dragon scale armor and special boots to help her balance on the parapet. Then she gave her one warning: stay away from Xaden Ryerson. His father Fen Ryerson led a rebellion. General Sorengale had him executed. Xaden would want Violet dead. The parapet. Before crossing, Violet noticed Rhiannon's shoes were all wrong for the slick stone. She swapped one of her own without hesitation. They had just met. Lining up, Violet spotted a third-year rider and thought he was the most exquisite man she had ever seen. Then someone called her by her last name. This man heard it. It was Xaden Ryerson. The first conversation was about how their families destroyed each other. Jack Barlow then chased Violet across the entire parapet trying to kill her. She made it across, turned around, and held her dagger to his most sensitive area. She let him go. He told her he would kill her eventually. On the other side, Violet found her childhood best friend, Dane Atos, a second-year rider. He begged her to run to the Scribe Quadrant. She said it was too late. He got her into his squad. Xaden immediately forced Dane's squad to switch into Fourth Wing, which Xaden led as the wing leader. Training started. Violet was good at history. Fighting was another story. Rhiannon was a natural fighter. They made a deal. Teach each other what they knew. Mira sent Violet Brennan's journal from his time as a rider. Using it, Violet figured out the sparring schedule ahead of time and started poisoning her opponents so they were easier to fight. At her next sparring match, she accidentally poisoned her opponent too soon and had to face Xaden himself. He told her he knew exactly what she had been doing and she needed to find another way. There was a lot of tension, not just the fighting kind. One night, foraging for poison bark, Violet stumbled onto a secret gathering. Xaden and the Marked Ones, children of the rebel leaders, each one branded with a relic tattoo by General Melgren's dragon as a permanent mark of their parents' betrayal. They weren't allowed to gather in groups larger than 3 because Melgren's signet, seeing battle outcomes, stopped working around them. Violet hid. Everyone left except for Xaden. His shadows pulled her down to him. He asked if she would report them. She said no. He said he owed her a favor. Before Threshing, riders had to survive the Gauntlet, a brutal obstacle course. Violet struggled through every attempt. Her squad mate, Aurelie, fell to her death during practice. At the final Gauntlet, Dane begged Violet not to go through with it. She told him to trust her. She used the structures and a dagger in a way nobody had done before, not technically against the rules, just the typical way. Amber Mavis, wing leader of Third Wing, tried to have her punished. Violet cited the Riders' Codex. Perfect loophole, no punishment. On presentation day, riders walked in front of the dragons to be observed. 2 riders, Pryor and Luca, were killed by dragonfire in the spot. Violet noticed a small golden dragon, unlike any she had seen before, a feathertail. Nobody knew what to make of her. On Threshing Day, Violet overheard Jack, Tynan, and Orin plotting to kill the feathertail before she could bond with anyone. Violet stepped in alone to protect her. She stabbed Tynan, knocked out Orin, and injured her arm and leg in the process. Jack ran. Tynan advanced again, and Violet saw Xaden take a step forward as if to intervene, despite the rules that forbade it. He never got the chance. A massive black dragon descended behind Violet and spoke into her mind. Tairn. He had chosen her. He killed Tynan with the dragonfire. Violet flew with Tairn. She fell off his back twice. He made accommodations for her, something dragons almost never do. When she went to give the record keeper her name, a second voice spoke in her mind. The small golden dragon, Andarna. Violet had bonded 2 dragons, completely unheard of. Matter had to go to the Empyrean, dragon leadership, to decide if it was even allowed. Because Tairn was the mated pair of Xaden's dragon, Scale, Violet was now permanently tethered to Xaden. Their fates linked through the dragon's bond. Violet was not thrilled about this. Dane kissed Violet after threshing. She did not return it. Violet went to the archives and asked her scribe, friend, Jessinia, about the book of fables her father had gave her. Jessinia had never heard of it. There was no record of it existing anywhere. A writer named Jeremiah suddenly started reading everyone's thoughts in class. A professor snapped his neck on the spot. Jeremiah was an intrinsic, a signet power that is illegal in Navarre. No explanation was given, just a snap and silence. Because of the tethering, Xaden assigned his fellow Marked One, Liam Mari, to escort Violet everywhere. Violet was annoyed. Then she got to know Liam and they became genuine friends. He told her all Marked Ones are automatically enlisted in the Rider Squadron. There are 107 of them. Violet and Liam visited the archives together and found a scroll referencing a recent attack, one that had never been mentioned in Battle Brief. They started to wonder what else was being hidden. Tairn finally channeled, gifting his power to Violet. Energy rippled through her. She had power now, but no signet yet. Then Tairn's emotions became too strong to contain. His mate Scale was nearby. The dragon's feelings blended into Violet and hit her like a wave. She left her room for fresh air and straight into Xaden, who felt it too through Scale. The dragon's emotions amplified everything between them. They kissed. Xaden stopped before it went further. At sparring, Violet watched Xaden and his friend, Garrick, spar shirtless. When Xaden turned around, she saw his back for the first time, covered in horrible scars. She didn't know what they meant yet. Jack Barlow challenged Violet in sparring and nearly killed her. She shoved a vial of oranges into his face. He was severely allergic. He went down. Xaden decided he had seen enough near-death experience and took over training Violet himself. The tension between them was suffocating. Violet's squad won a competition that allowed him to fly to the outpost Montserrat, where Mira was stationed. Mira gave Violet the book of fables she had left behind on conscription day. While they were there, the outpost was attacked by Griffin riders. Violet feared for Mira's life. When she got back to Basgiath, she begged for news. Mira was unharmed. Because of their tethering, Violet and Xaden could now mind speak to each other through dragons. Xaden surprised Violet with a saddle custom built for her so she could finally ride Tairn without struggling. She pretended to be annoyed. She was not. The war games began, a large-scale competition similar to Capture the Flag with dragons. Violet's squad was tasked with retrieving an egg. Jack Barlow started targeting her squad mates. Liam fell off day mid-battle. Violet rushed to save him. She did. Then she went after Jack. Her emotions and Tairn's powers surged inside her and her signet unlocked lightning. She struck the tower Jack was standing on and killed him. She was thrilled. Her signet had finally manifested. She was also shaken by the blood on her hands. Back in her room, throwing daggers at a target to deal with her feeling, Xaden walked in. Violet kissed him. He resisted. She didn't let him. They finally slept together. Afterwards, Xaden told her about the 107 scars on his back, one for each Marked One. He had taken responsibility for all of them on his own body, and across his entire back was Sigale's dragon mark. The note from her father. Moving things around in her room later, Violet found the book of fables. A note slipped out from her father. It read, "It only takes one desperate generation to change history, even erase it. I know you'll make the right choice when the time comes." She had no idea what it meant. Yet. As guys held a celebration marking the anniversary of when the rebellion was stopped. It was a brutal day for every Marked One. Violet found Xaden alone on the parapet and told him she understood his pain. They grew closer that night. They slept together again. Violet told him she loved him. Before anything else could happen, Garrick burst in. Basgiath was under attack. It was the final War Games test. Violet was supposed to go with Dane and her squad, but Xaden took her with him to Athebyne instead. The dragons could not be separated for long to the mated bond. Outside Athebyne, Xaden and Violet stopped when a group of Griffin riders appeared. Xaden knew them, had been working with them for a long time. So had Liam. So had Imogen. Violet felt completely betrayed. Xaden explained everything. The Griffin riders were not the enemy. The real threat was the Venin, the evil species from Violet's Book of Fables. They were real. And they were coming. Her dragons had known the whole time and said nothing. They arrived at Athebyne to find Colonel Atos, Dane's father, had left one message: survive if you can. A group of Venin was coming for the nearby town of Ressin. The group could run or they could fight. They stayed. The Venin were stronger than anything the Book of Fables described. The Wyvern were real too. two-legged, corrupted creatures that fought alongside the Venom. A wyvern attacked Liam's dragon Day. Violet and Tairn tried to help. They succumbed to his wounds. A dragon can't survive losing its rider. A rider cannot survive losing their dragon. Liam died alongside Day. It broke Xaden and Violet completely. Violet discovered that she could kill multiple wyvern at once by killing the vet and controlling them. She used her lightning to kill several, but in her final battle, she had to fight one veteran hand-to-hand, using a special dagger designed specifically to kill them. She killed the veteran, but not before being stabbed by a poison dagger. She lost consciousness. The book switched to Xaden's point of view. He got her out, got her healed, somewhere unknown. Violet woke up healed, confused, no idea where she was. Brennan walked through the door. Her dead brother, not dead. Welcome to the revolution, he said. And with that, the book ends. That is the summary for Fourth Wing. And hopefully that gives you a good reference point to begin continuing reading. I hope this helped. And that is all.